Buffett's real edge was never stocks. Everyone talks about value investing. Few ask how he funds it. The answer is hiding inside an insurance company he bought in 1967. Geico, National Indemnity, General Re. These aren't side bets. They are the engine. Everything else is downstream from them. Here is the mechanic most finance channels never explain fully. When you buy car insurance, you pay your premium upfront today. The claim, if it ever comes, gets paid months or years from now. That gap, money held before it's owed, is called the float. Berkshire's insurance float sits above $160 billion right now. That is $160 billion Buffett can invest before paying a single claim. Most insurers just park float in safe bonds and call it a day. Buffett deployed his float into entire operating businesses instead. BNSF Railroad, Berkshire Energy, Precision Cast Parts, all float funded. He turned a liability on paper into a perpetual investing machine. Now here is the part that makes this genuinely unusual. Stay with me. Normal float costs money. Insurers often pay out more than they collect. That difference, the underwriting loss, is the cost of the float. Berkshire's insurance units have underwritten at a profit most years, meaning Buffett gets paid to hold other people's money and invest it. Negative cost of capital. That phrase should stop you cold for a second. A bank borrows at 5% and lends at 8%. That spread is their edge. Buffett borrowed at effectively zero, sometimes below zero, for decades. Compound that advantage over 50 years and the math becomes staggering. This is not luck. It is structural, built deliberately, brick by brick. And here is the open loop you need to hold. Why insurance specifically? Why not a bank, a hedge fund, a private equity vehicle? We will get there. First, understand what makes insurance float different from borrowed money. Debt has a maturity date. A lender can call it. Float does not mature. As long as Berkshire keeps writing policies, the float keeps renewing itself. It is self-replenishing capital. That is structurally unlike any loan. 99% of investors will read this and move on. The 1%? Subscribe. Now back to the question. Why not a bank? Regulation is the short answer. Banks face reserve requirements that cap how aggressively they can invest. Insurance regulation is strict too, but Buffett found the seams in the rules. He kept Berkshire's insurance subsidiaries conservatively reserved on paper, then invested the float through the holding company, one level above them. The structure itself was the strategy. The holding company was the vehicle. This is why Berkshire Hathaway is technically a holding company, not a fund. A fund has redemptions. Investors can pull money out and force asset sales. A holding company owns businesses outright. No redemptions, no forced exits. Buffett engineered permanent capital. That is the second structural secret. Float plus permanent capital equals the ability to be greedy when others panic. 2008, 2020. Every crisis, Berkshire had cash and float ready to deploy fast. Goldman Sachs deal in 2008, 10% preferred plus warrants. Crisis pricing. He could do that because his capital base could not be redeemed away from him. Now, the third layer, and this is the one almost nobody talks about clearly. Insurance float grows as the business grows. It scales with premium volume. More policyholders means more float, means more investable capital. Automatic. Geico grew from 2 million policyholders in 1996 to over 17 million by 2020. Every new driver who signed up handed Buffett more zero-cost investment fuel. He did not need to raise a new fund. He did not need to pitch new investors. He just needed Geico to keep selling good insurance at disciplined prices. That is the flywheel. Growth funds growth without diluting existing owners. So what does this mean for you practically? You cannot clone Berkshire exactly. But the principle, find a business that generates float or deferred revenue, is absolutely something you can screen for when evaluating any company. Insurance, software subscriptions, gift cards, loyalty deposits, all float. Does this business hold customer money before delivering full value? If yes, and if management invests that float wisely, you have found the edge.